Welcome to Natural-Born Talents. Today's subject, suitable lifestyles and careers for the Magenta Aura. Now, the Magenta Aura in a lot of ways is similar to the orange and the red in the sense that they are part of the same physical group. They connect to nature very strongly. However, the magenta is unlike the red and orange in every other way. The orange wants to take the physical world and challenge it, conquer it. The red wants to explore it, to feel it, to be a part of it. The magenta wants to take the physical world and turn it into an amusement park. The magenta truly sees the world in a different light. They see it as a place to explore for sure, but they also see that the humdrum routine of daily life rather limited and boring. They much prefer to take the physical world and turn it into something new, something fashionable, something amusing. The lifestyle and the natural talents of the magenta are really about manipulating the physical world, the three-dimensional world, into new ideas, new concepts, and new things for other people to use or to be amused by in their daily life. The magenta basic personality is so random and so spur of the moment that it's difficult for other people to follow that lifestyle. Things like having a 9-to-5 job, getting married, and raising children is a form of insanity for the magenta. Now, that doesn't mean they can't get married. If they do get married, their partner needs to understand that this aura requires an enormous amount of freedom within their lives. It's not like they don't care, they do. They just prefer to have their way, their fantasy, their alternate reality, as opposed to the humdrum, boring lifestyle of most moralists. And in their natural state, they don't care for decadence either. Therefore, careers which allow them a lot of freedom to do creative things, such as fashion designer, pop artist. Since they're a physical aura, they can do things like fashionable sports. The magenta is not necessarily a team player, and therefore, if they do go into professional sports, it would be something along the lines like snowboarding, wakeboarding, dance and dance coordinating, surfing, or something like that. Something that has a combination of style and fashion. Magentas have such an unusual look on life, a rather humorous one at that, that they often become comedians, actors and actresses. They love to be the center of attention, so they can not only be the model-in photographer, but they can also be a pop artist photographer. Web designer, if it's not too technical. Magentas do not care for details so much. Basically, any creative outlet that allows their creative mind, their sense of humor, their ability to manipulate three-dimensional objects and design, color coordination, interior design, etc., are ideal for this aura. There is one area where they can be kind of down to earth, and that is when they're working in nature. If they're in a camp group, for example, they could get everyone together to explore nature, have a good time, and in the end do something very amusing and comical for everyone to enjoy, as long as they're allowed to be loose and a little bit loony within the group. Magentas make great play therapists in such an environment. Nature is the one place where the magenta can kind of chill out in a natural, safe way. Now, the magenta does tend to be one of the loner souls. They don't care to get married or feel constricted in any kind of relationship. They like to try everything, and they need the space to do so. However, with the right partner, a strong-willed partner that understands that sense of freedom, they can work something out. More often than not, however, the magenta is the aura that tends to get married many times. Not because they are fickle, it is because they simply want to explore everything in the world that they can. And once they've felt they learn the lesson, they want to move on. Now again, there is much more to say about the Magenta Aura. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below. I'll try to get to them as quickly as possible. Thanks again for listening. Hope to see you in the next video. Up next, the Yellow Aura.